So my name is again Yuko Oaku. I'm the program manager for the Dempsey Startup Competition. So today I'm going to be going over the Dempsey Startup Competition. We're introducing what it is, eligibility criteria, schedule and rounds, and how to prepare the application, and how success looks like for the Dempsey competition. And we'll have plenty of time for Q&A at the end. So this year is the 25th anniversary year for the Dempsey Startup Competition. And it's a very exciting year for us because it's actually the 30th year for the Buerk Center as well. We're looking for new and exciting ideas for all the students here. And one thing is that the idea must be developed during the student's time at the university. So you have to be a student in order to enter. And so in the 25 years we have this competition, we awarded $1.7 million to over 200 student teams. Over 6,000 students have participated. And last year we had about 350 judges, entrepreneurs and investors who have come to help out judging and mentoring the students in the competition. I believe all of you guys are already thinking about a competition, entering the competition. So maybe this doesn't have to be repeated, but why enter? So you'll be making a serious progress on your idea in the five rounds that happen quickly in the 2 months. So if you want to do that, this is highly recommended, and you'll be getting feedback from experienced industry professionals, over 350 mentors and judges, and you really be able to network with all these different people in the Seattle area. And importantly, we have about over $85,000, including a $25,000 grand prize as prize money. So you'll be really able to take your business forward after this competition as well. So eligibility, it is open to enrolled and degree-seeking students in 5 different states in the region. So Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Alaska, and British Columbia and Canada as well. And I believe some of you have already or are competing in the Health Innovation Challenge and the Environmental Innovation Challenge, and you are eligible to enter the Dempsey Startup. And if you have participated in the Dempsey in the past, you're also eligible if you haven't won the top 4 prizes. So let's say if you want to enter this year, and if you want to enter again next year, that is possible if you don't win the top 4 prizes. And third, more people are coming. Ideas must be appropriate for university-sponsored events. So, we don't normally entertain ideas around tobacco or, firearms, for instance. And although, we welcome students to work with outside entrepreneurs like community members or alumni, it is a student-centered competition. So which means that we would like the students to have an ownership in the business, whether in the form of equity or employment in the startup that you'll be submitting. And lastly, the companies who have received over $500,000 in seed funding or competition dollars are not eligible to apply, because this is really a competition to support early stage entrepreneurs. So we have April 4th application deadline where you'll be submitting the 5 to 7 business summary. May 5th is our investment round at the Seattle Center Exhibition Hall, where top 36 teams will compete. And we have, this is not a competing round, we have a coaching round to practice pitching for the Sweet 16 teams. And then finally, it all wraps up on May 26th on Thursday, with a Sweet 16 and the final round at the Foster School and the award ceremony happening at the Museum of Flight in the evening. And so just to go through the application components. So in the beginning, you'll need a business summary of 5 to 7 pages. Investment round, you need a business summary of a page, which will be given to all the judges before the investment round. And they'll have that available to look at while they go through the booth. And then you have to develop a full business of 15 to 20 pages for the Sweet 16 final round, as well as the 15-minute live pitch as well. So first, we have the screening round where teams will be required to submit a team information and a 5 to 7 page executive summary. And this will be reviewed by over 200 judges. And they'll be submitting scores based on the judging criteria, which I'll be going over in the next slide. And we'll be deciding the 36 teams that will advance to the investment round, which is the second round of the competition. So what are the criteria? We'll be looking at these criteria on the screen, and each area is scored on a 1 to 5 scale. So overall impression, I can't stress enough that you spell check and also to have multiple eyes on the application before you submit. It is good to have your friends, family, look at it for spelling, and just imagine that the judge is going to be looking at many applications along with yours. So it is important that you make it visually appealing and very easy to read and eye-catching for the judges to easily understand your idea. And they will also be looking at the team. So is a team capable, have credibility, experience to handle this idea? What are market opportunities? Who are your competitors? How are you planning to go to market? Do you have any traction? Have you talked to customers? How is your financial projection looking like? These are the kind of criteria we look at. And we also look at the social responsibility as well, which is, let's say if you have a product, what kind of material is it made out of? What kind of impact what's that impact you have on the planet and society and the people that your product might have. So might be a good idea to look at, sustainable development goals and other types of, goals and criteria to work on this section. If you have any questions on this, I'll be happy to answer later as well. And so the top 36 teams from the screening round will advance to the live investment round at the Seattle Center Exhibition Hall on May 5th. And it'll be like a trail show style booth. So one you can see on the bottom right side. And you'll be talking to over 300 judges that will attend this event. And the judges will be given a 1,000 Buerk bucks, which is like fake dollars, and they'll be asked to invest in up to 5 companies by the end of the day. So at the end of this will be held in the afternoon, and then at the end of the day, of the afternoon, we'll be tallying all these investments, and then we'll be announcing the top 16 teams that will be advancing to the next round. So what are some of the judging criteria for the investment round? So they'll be thinking about, is the business well thought out? Has the team, because the team will be there in person, have they demonstrated a knowledge of the industry? Do they know who the market is? Who are the customers? And is there a real opportunity? Is this a viable business? And most importantly, they'll be looking at, if they have answered your questions. So this will be a live round where the judges will come and speak to you and talk to you, asking questions. So they'll be seeing whether they were able to handle their questions or not. And round 3, we have a virtual coaching round, this is a non-elimination round, which means that nobody will get eliminated, but it is mandatory that you attend. And you'll be asked to prepare, just like the final round or the Sweet 16, a 15-minute pitch and a slide deck. And every team is given 1 hour with 5 to 7 coaches to get feedback on their pitch. So you'll have 45 minutes of getting feedback from these coaches, and we have really seen teams come out of this with a very robust and refined pitch from before they've done the coaching round. So all the Sweet 16 teams are required to attend this round. And then this is the final final step of the competition, which is the live Sweet 16 competition. So at the Sweet 16 level, the 16 teams would be required to submit a fully developed 12 to 15 business plan, and then to deliver a 15-minute pitch. And team will be presenting to a panel of 7 judges that are hand selected by the Buerk Center. And this will be held in the morning, and by the afternoon, we'll have the final 4 teams that are selected from the 16 teams. So normally, there'll be a panel of 7 judges to 4 teams, so it'll be 4, 4, 4, 4, and then the top teams from these 4 batches will be the final 4 presenting in the afternoon. So the final round, which will be happening in the afternoon of the 26th of May, will be the final 4 teams. They'll be repeating their pitches to the 7 judges that are completely new from the morning. And this would be, is planning to be open to public at the Anthony's Forum at the Foster School. And all the judges are accomplished entrepreneurs from around the region. And this is the big ceremony. We usually will be having an award ceremony in person at the Museum of Flights this year on the 26th night. So all the judges and all the teams, the 36 teams, will be invited to come to this award ceremony in the evening. It's a very exciting time that will be celebrating all of your accomplishments, as well as the anniversary of the Buerk Center, as well as the startup competition. So here we'll be announcing the 11 Best Idea and Best Picture prizes, as well as the top 4 prizes. And so coming to the prizes, so we have over $85,000 up for grabs. So the grand prize is $25,000, and we have second, third, and fourth prizes, as well as the big picture prizes, which are worth $5,000, as well as 8 to 9 categories for best idea prizes. And for the categories, you can have a look online for what was available last year, and you may want to have a look at that if you want to sort of tailor your application to these types of categories as well. So no one team can win more than one big picture and big idea prize, but you could win, let's say, a grand prize and the big picture prize. So those 2 prize categories can overlap. So who are the competition judges? So the competition judges are prominent members of Seattle's entrepreneurship ecosystem. We have entrepreneurs, investors, attorneys, alums, and health and environmental professionals, and they're all vetted by the Buerk Center. We talk to them before they become a judge, and usually we'll be matching their area of expertise to your application in the screening round, so you get more sort of advice that you would need to advance your idea. So how to apply? So we are using you have to create an account on Uniro, and you have to fill out the team information, which includes company information, individual team members, etc., which takes about 15 to 20 minutes. So I know you're all busy students, and you may be filling in this application 1 hour before the application deadline, but please do consider that the executive summary is not the only thing that you'll be submitting. So I really recommend that you do this now, or a weeks before, so you don't have to rush to get, you can take all the time you need for the executive summary, but you have all this information ready to submit right on the deadline. The executive summary is due 11:59 p.m. on Monday, April 4th. And I can't stress enough to work on the application in advance and to review the submission checklist before you submit the application. So how to prepare? We have a list of few things that I strongly recommend that you do to prepare a good application for Dempsey. Number 1 is to check the submission checklist and the judging criteria. So we have this sheet available on our website, Dempsey Startup Competition Submission Checklist, which has all the criteria the judges are judging on, with all the questions that you should be answering in your executive summary. So it's a good idea to look at it before and after you're done with the executive summaries, to check if all the criteria are met. And because the judges will be evaluating your application based on this as well. And there is an administrative checklist at the end of the document that you want to take a look at to see if your application is in line with the criteria. And we also suggest that you review the past entries. So on the website, we have 10 past summaries that are submitted from the previous years. All these startups have at least gone to the investment round. They maybe didn't win the grand prize, but were received by the judges as, good examples. So I highly recommend that you take a look at that. Get tips from the former students. So we have a recording of a panel of past students who were participants of the Health Innovation Challenge, who also happened to be have applied to the Dempsey Startup after, and they talk about their experience and share tips on how to prepare the application. So it's about 30 minutes, so I recommend that you check that out as well. And we have a startup resource website on the Buerk Center page as well, where you can try and see if they have information, we have information on certain topics such as legal, funding, pitching, and so on. That could be helpful for you. And if you are looking for teams to join, or if your startup is looking for team members, we have a few things that we offer for that as well. So we have a Discord channel. We have threads on different topics. So we have a thread dedicated to team recruitment. So if you're looking for teams, for people to recruit for your team, you can do that there. And we also have general introduction section where you can go and introduce yourself. And we have a sign-up sheet to connect students and startups on our website. We have many startups that have come out of the classes and the Dempsey Startup Competition, have become very successful companies and are running companies still today. You may have heard of some of these companies in everyday life, like Joe Chocolates. We have very exciting startups coming out of these competitions, and I hope that you join one of them and in the future. So if you have any questions, these are my contacts. And that's it from me. All right. So any questions from anyone?
Are the judges from the later rounds going to be picked from the pool from the very first 36 team round?
They may be the judging the screening rounds, the very first round, but the investment round judges and the later round judges are not the same. So they'll be looking at your ideas with their fresh eyes.
I was wondering, is the attendance required for some of the intermediates rounds?
So the investment round, if you're the top 36 teams, which would be in person, and equally if you're the top 16 teams selected for the Sweet 16, we do also require that as much as possible, right? That you come and travel to attend that in person as well. It's a month apart. So investment round is on the 5th of May, and then this a few weeks apart. And then the final Sweet 16 on May 26th.
Same here. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, then. If you don't have any more questions, then we will wrap it up. And I hope that you all apply, and I'm looking forward to receiving your application.